Now on CoastTV News.
It's a dry and chilly start to our Friday, but more afternoon rain is expected. Maybe some hail possibly like yesterday. And then in a drier and chilly weekend, I'll have the forecast details in a few minutes.
For progress, we have an updated time frame for this area here, the wreckage of the Key Bridge, and when access to Baltimore's port can resume.
Trash troubles, it's becoming an issue at Duville Beach, the DNREC policy that may be contributing to an increase in the garbage seen there.
Caitlin to Cleveland, the women's Final Four takes place tonight in Ohio as Iowa's Caitlin Clark attempts to punctuate her career with a championship.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It's Friday, April 5th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
Well, yesterday afternoon, in fact, was a little interesting.
Yeah.
We had hail in our area.
You did. You told me that. I don't know if I got hail. I didn't look outside.
It's one of those things that started to rain heavy, and I had my flag out, so I wanted to bring my flag, and they're like, oh, that's not rain.
Ooh.
That is hail.
It got messy. I was out and about yesterday, grocery shopping, oil change, doing all the fun stuff. Went home, and then it was like, boom, thunder, clouds. I mean, it came quick out of nowhere.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But Bob did warn us about that. So,
He's
always
pay
right.
attention to that guy.
We should pay closer attention. Let's bring in first alert meteorologist Bob Chahi now. Bob, what are we looking at today?
You guys are probably thinking, wait a minute, this rain is bouncing. And that's what we had yesterday. We had some small hail, some grapple, and squally-like showers that moved through. We could see that again this afternoon. But this morning, we've dried it out. So we're in good shape this morning as we have mainly clear skies, but there is more, unstable weather to our north and west. What we're watching is this big area of low pressure spinning off the Maine coast, snow New England, but around it, we're seeing these disturbances coming in, and then they come in with the heating of the day, and boom, we start to see the rain. So have the umbrella for this afternoon. Out the door, it's chilly. Temperatures in the low 40s right now. We've got a westerly wind around 7 to 14 miles per hour. So let's walk you through it on Futurecast. Here's 7 a.m. and some places into the upper 30s this morning. So pretty chilly, especially with the breeze. And I think we'll keep it clear through mid-morning with mid-40s. Then here come the clouds. Late morning, the winds start to pick up, and we could start to see some of those showers as soon as noon. And those winds stronger around some of those showers that could be kind of squally into the afternoon with highs only in the low 50s. Still a chance of brief heavy rain, grapple, and some small hail with these as these move on through. Then they'll quiet down around sunset. So shades for the morning, umbrella for the afternoon, and a heavier coat. It is chilly. Looking better for the weekend, and the eclipse weather is looking good as well. I'll have much more on that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Bob. In Maryland, an updated timeline on when the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers believes they will be able to open the Fort McHenry Channel after the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. This is all a tentative timeline, but the Army Corps thinks they can open a limited access channel within the next 4 weeks. And that channel would be 280 feet wide and 35 feet deep. They would only be able to get one-way traffic in and out of the port, so it'll be slow, but they hope to have a larger channel open by the end of May, and that would get things back to normal capacity. Maryland Governor Wes Moore releasing a statement after this news was announced, and Governor Moore saying in part, we and our partners across all levels of government have been pushing for a timeline, and now we have a target. We must do everything we can to meet that target.
And next, today, President Biden expected to meet with some of the families of the construction workers who died after that bridge did collapse. Now, according to the White House, Biden is also expected to meet with state and local officials along with a tour of that wreckage. Then he'll head to Newcastle, Delaware. That's where he'll spend time at his Wilmington area home.
As you first saw this morning on the CoastTV News app, we could learn later today if the municipal election in Lewis, scheduled for May 11th, will actually be held. 2 of the 4 city council seats are up this year. The filing deadline was yesterday, April 4th. And later this morning, the Board of Elections will assess if there are more than 2 candidates who filed to run. The 2 seats carry with it a 3-year term.
New this morning, funding was announced for the Milford location of the Food Bank of Delaware. According to Delaware lawmakers, the food bank will receive over $84,000 in community project funding to build a hunger relief garden. It'll be over 3 acres wide, and it'll allow the food bank to grow more fresh food on location. The funding comes from over $14 million secured in community project funding by Delaware Representative Lisa Blunt Rochester and Senators Tom Carper and Chris Coons.
Can be an unpleasant sight, but it is a sight many of us have seen near the coast. A pile of trash in the sand. And in Rehoboth Beach, near Duville Beach, it's becoming a concern. Now that the beach is operated by DNREC, there are no places to throw away your trash. This goes back to a policy from the 1990s. That's when DNREC removed trash cans from state parks to save close to $55,000. For those who just throw their trash on this beach, they could face a fine up to $75. One group that is helping to keep our beaches trash-free is the Surfrider Foundation. They have monthly beach cleanup efforts, also monitors beaches, which helps advocate for laws and policies that keep beach communities clean.
And since taking away those trash cans, DNREC mandated a carry-in, carry-out program. This means whatever visitors bring to the beach, they must take with them when they go. DNREC says getting rid of trash cans from most areas helps keep park fees low. They also say by cutting the trash, they cut down the number of bees and pests in picnic areas and playgrounds. DNREC does provide park goers with trash bags to carry out their waste.
Yeah, this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what will combat beach trash.
Let's see what you guys think. 48% of you say stricter penalties. 30% of you want those trash bins, bring the trash bins back. 20% of you, community cleanups, and just 2% of you, the educational campaigns. All right, whatever you want to vote for, go ahead. Go to coasttv.com/vote or scan that QR code on your screen.
How about this tonight in Cleveland, the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament Final Four. All everything. Caitlin Clark will lead her Iowa Hawkeyes against perennial power Connecticut in the nightcap of the doubleheader. The first game at 7 p.m. features North Carolina State and South Carolina. President Biden threatening to change his support of Israel as that nation attempts to eliminate the terrorist organization that committed murder and sexual atrocities on Israeli civilians last October.
Yeah, Biden pressed Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for an immediate ceasefire and assurances that Israeli forces will not target civilians and aid workers after those 7 World Central Kitchen staffers were killed by Israeli strikes. Now NBC's Alice Barr has more on what this means for U.S.-Israeli relations.
In the first concrete step since a tense phone call between President Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel has agreed to open 2 new routes to get more desperately needed humanitarian aid into Gaza. That's according to U.S. officials who say the plans now need to quickly turn to action.
There's no changes to their policy and their approaches, then there's going to have to be changes to ours.
For the first time, President Biden appeared to indicate the U.S. could condition more military aid to Israel based on how Netanyahu responds to the president's demands for clear measures to protect civilians and aid workers and relieve the humanitarian crisis. It all comes after the devastating Israeli airstrike that killed 7 World Central Kitchen aid workers in Gaza.
The president emphasized that the strikes on humanitarian workers and the overall humanitarian situation are unacceptable.
Among the dead, a 33-year-old American-Canadian father, Jacob Flickinger.
We've lost our only son, but we're only 2. There are thousands and thousands.
His parents sharing their grief with all those who've lost loved ones in Gaza and calling for an independent investigation beyond Israel's assertion that the clearly marked vehicles were misidentified in the dark of night.
It shouldn't have happened.
What Israel calls a tragic mistake, now an inflection point in the war and in U.S.-Israeli relations. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And this all comes as President Biden will spend this weekend in Delaware at his Wilmington home after today's Baltimore visit.
All right, well, we're just getting started this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Now, coming up, Paige Milford giving you a blast from the past this weekend. We'll tell you about a documentary on an important piece in the city's history.
Also ahead, traffic talks in Rehoboth Beach. We're telling you the suggestions after a study on traffic and congestion in the nation's summer capital.
And a new plane takes flight. We'll tell you what's special about the aircraft recently approved. Look at that thing by the FAA. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Bright yellow dandelions, a clear signal that the time for prevention is now, for crabgrass and clover are soon to follow. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for over 30 years. They don't mow it, they grow it. Hillside certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH Fur's Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
My daughter was beginning to struggle with substance use disorder. Felt like somebody cut my heart out. Her dream was to open a house to help other women recover. When we do our groundbreaking, I hear like at 6:30 in the morning. Nobody's here except one guy in a suit walking through the field. He says, Kevin, David Trone, nice to meet you. For every person who is suffering from substance use disorder, there is no bigger champion.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
On Wednesday, May 15th, vote for your favorite chef at the 10th anniversary celebration, Top Chef of the Culinary Coast event to benefit Meals on Wheels Lewis Rehoboth. The fun begins at 6 p.m. at Ivy and Dewey Beach, when you'll enjoy live music and feast on the area's best culinary creations and local spirits. Get your tickets online at mealsonwheelslr.org or call Meals on Wheels at 302-645-7449.
We're seeing starry skies on this Friday morning. Here's our Bay Health cam from Milford. 41 degrees right now. It's chilly and a bit of a breeze as well. 43 in Salisbury, Seaford 41, and a lot of 41s out there from Greenwood to the coast and Rehoboth and Bethany Beach at 42. We have a light westerly wind. It'll be breezy pretty much all day with mainly clear skies now. That's the case this morning, but that's short-lived because another disturbance to our north and west will increase the clouds. We'll have more of that, well, kind of squally weather into the afternoon. So have the shades for the morning hours. Your drive cast looking good. Good visibility, dry and chilly. Gave it the green light for the morning commute. And then, yeah, you need the umbrella and raincoat for the afternoon. More showers could be heavy at times, gusty winds, and maybe some hail in that little spongy round thing called grapple. And I gave it the yellow light for the PM commute.
Trying to tackle flooding. South Bethany has been looking at that issue on York Road specifically. This past fall, the town received a hazard mitigation grant from FEMA to officially look into the flooding on that road. The study will find ways to lessen the flooding and fix the street. It will begin this month. And once the final report is received, the committee will work to identify potential funding sources for the proposed improvements. Fenwick Island, among many coastal towns looking to tackle safety specifically for pedestrians. The town is continuing its discussion on Route 1 with a focus on how to improve safety on sidewalks and crosswalks. The town is also looking into traffic calming measures. All of this will be talked about next week. Back to Bethany Beach, the town has released a comprehensive guide on various parking permits. According to the guide, free parking permits will be mailed to those who live in the town. However, an additional permit for side street parking will be available for $50. Business owners can check out new kinds of permits starting at $350. And for those in need of flexible parking options, digital 1 to 7 day permits can now be purchased online.
Well, there could soon be a new kind of plane in the sky. The Federal Aviation Administration has granted an airworthiness certificate to Jet Zero's new commercial aircraft. So check it out. Unlike current commercial aircrafts, the Pathfinder has what's called a blended wing body. It looks similar to the military's B-2 bomber, but it has more volume there in the middle. Jet Zero, that's the company, aims to have it in service by 2030. On Wednesday, some accounts on the social media platform X got complimentary blue check marks and some premium features. It followed an announcement Elon Musk posted on that platform last month, saying accounts with 2,500 verified followers would get premium features. But this all comes a year after Musk first removed the verification badges from most users' accounts and reserved those only for paying subscribers. Still ahead this morning, traffic talks in Rehoboth Beach. We're telling you what one engineering group suggests to aid traffic and congestion ahead of the busy summer season.
We're seeing starry skies right now in our Irish Eyes. Cam and Lewis, 41 for you. It's a chilly start. And much like yesterday, a dry and sunny start to the day, then increasing clouds and afternoon rain. So have the sunglasses and the umbrella. Looking drier and cool for the weekend. Full forecast details in 2 minutes.
Hey moms, you know those unforgettable face palms? Those moments that leave us both laughing and sighing. They're not just mishaps, there are shared stories. Share your unique mom moments with us. Go to coastlife.com/mom.
Hi, this is Amber Brazier. Welcome to Brazier's Carpet Care. Drop off your rugs today or have us pick them up and let our state-of-the-art cleaning plant do the rest. Many methods are used to clean rugs, from air dusting to remove fine soil to soaking in our whirlpool. Hand-knotted rugs are carefully washed, rinsed with cold water and wrung out, followed by a trip through the centrifuge before entering our controlled temperature drying room. We also repair all types of rugs from braided to hand-knotted. Quality cleaning by people who care. That's Brazier's Carpet Care.
The Leanne Wilkinson Group was extremely professional, helped us navigate the sale of our home, and has extensive experience in the real estate market in coastal Delaware, which positioned us favorably for the sale of our home. We would recommend Leanne and her team to anyone who is interested in buying or selling a home in coastal Delaware.
Leanne is our forever agent.
The Leanne Wilkinson Group in Lewis, Delaware is a proud affiliate of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services PenFed Realty.
When it comes to building your new home, don't settle for anything less than the best. Bay to Beach Builders is your trusted source for experience, quality, and design. Our team of experts work with you from start to finish to create your dream home. Expect an elevated customer experience with home visualizers, virtual home tours, and technology-inspired selections in our design studios. Visit one of our 2 convenient locations in Greenwood and Ocean View, or visit baytobeachbuilders.com. Your new home journey is a click away.
Taking you back to the decade of neon colors, big hair, and of course, great music. Join me, April, every morning at 8 a.m. on 107.1 The Duck as I play some of your favorite tunes from back in the day. It's April's Awesome 80s, sponsored by Easton Auto Care and Denton Auto Care and Tire.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Time is 5:16, and here's a live look at Milford, the home of the Buccaneers. Pretty calm this morning near the banks of the Mississippian. The day after we had some hail, Bob.
Yeah, it got kind of ugly yesterday after about 4 o'clock. Gray skies, wind, heavy rain, and the hail. It's all in this northwest flow, Matt, without getting too much into the weeds. Yeah, it's very unsettled. So the mornings are dry. It's just the afternoons that we're seeing some of the heavier showers. So still some April showers or April squalls as we go to this afternoon. Some heavy rain, maybe a little bit of small hail in Grapple. We have so much cold air aloft that gets dragged down, even if the temperatures are in the upper 40s and 50s at the surface. Weekends drier, breezy and cool. Maybe a stray shower Saturday, not to the extent like we're seeing today. And just 3 days away from the big event, the solar eclipse, looking at partly cloudy skies. And there's the special QR code that you can click on. And once you click on that, that will open your world to a page on our webpage, and you will see lots of cool things about the eclipse that's coming up on Monday. But first things first, this morning, we're looking at the starry skies right now, and we're getting a little break. So the mornings are dry, but already see clouds and some showers, snow showers back through Hagerstown, Maryland, on into Altoona, Pennsylvania. You see this dotted line. This is a trough. What we have is this big area of low pressure spinning off the coast of Maine, and around this low, we're seeing these disturbances every once in a while rotating around that. And we'll be looking at another round of unsettled weather as we go into the afternoon. So it's a big swirl of unsettled weather. It's going to take a while for this to move to the east. Eventually, high pressure does move in, but it's going to be a slow process. Low 40s out the door, and we have a light westerly wind now. So as we go through the morning, we're seeing the sunshine. It's chilly, 30s and 40s, upper 40s late morning, and then right around 50 around noon. But then here come the clouds, the winds pick up, and the showers increase, especially after about 2 o'clock. That's when they could get heavy. It could get a little squally, some grapple, some small hail. Watch out for that. And then the sun goes down, and then things start to quiet down. We start to clear it out. And by Saturday morning, protect your plants, because we could be seeing some frost where those winds die down, especially interior areas into the mid-30s. And then the clouds roll back in again on Saturday, especially into the afternoon. And a few showers or sprinkles, not to the extent of today, but still blustery and chilly with those clouds. And then it clears out Saturday evening. Sunday, another cold start, temperatures in the mid-30s. It's like a broken record. Then more clouds. I think Sunday is definitely drier, but it is breezy breezy as we go through time through this afternoon, making it just a little more miserable with the rain. And if the wind stays up tomorrow morning, we should be frost-free. But where it dies down, that is where we definitely could see the frost. And we do have the solar eclipse coming up. And I'm going to skip ahead to the 7-day forecast. We'll talk about that eclipse coming up here in just a little bit. That's what they call a tease in the business. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 53 with the showers later today, mid-30s at night right through the weekend. And the weekend, not the best. Mid-50s, showers later Saturday, maybe a sprinkle Sunday, and then the eclipse weather looking good. 62, and then, ooh, this is nice, lower 70s by Tuesday and Wednesday. Maybe another rain chance by Thursday. Here's your umbrella giveaway winner. It's Barbara Ware from Daxboro. Congratulations, Barbara. And you'll need your umbrella this afternoon, and you win it courtesy of Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thanks, Bob. An update on plans to improve parking in Rehoboth Beach. On Monday, April 8th, engineering firm the Rossi Group will outline what they've learned from their traffic and transportation study. The study aims to address traffic safety, congestion, and parking issues. More the midterm and long-term goals will be presented next week, including a biking and safety campaign, road signage, a digital parking permit system, and even a feasibility study for a parking garage.
And also at the April 8th Rehoboth Commissioners meeting, they'll be reviewing city fees. Those fees cover business licenses, court costs, permits, and more. The city saying they want to review the fees because they haven't looked at them for a long time. They want to see if they need to be adjusted.
More to come this morning. Milford movie premiere as it provides an insight to integration that occurred close to 70 years ago.
Boats, bridal, and belated Easter egg hunts. Stick around for the cool things to do this weekend.
Stay ahead of our ever-changing coastal climate with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Team. From the early morning to the late evening, our team is always at work to deliver the accurate forecasts you need. Whether bracing for a stormy day or enjoying a peaceful indoor moment, we're here to ensure you're fully prepared for Delmarva's diverse weather patterns. The Coast TV First Alert Weather Team. With us, the weather is more than a forecast. It's a part of life.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
If you're experiencing ringing, humming, or buzzing in your ear, you may have tinnitus.
Tinnitus is a condition that can make it hard to understand speech, relax, or sleep.
If you have any of these symptoms, the first step is getting your hearing tested. The audiologist will be able to diagnose your problem and prescribe you devices that can alleviate your symptoms.
Hearing aids like Signius even offer tinnitus programs that can offset tinnitus noises.
To learn more information about Massed Audiology, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
The Harry K Foundation presents the second annual Chocolate Crawl on Saturday, April 13th in downtown Rehoboth. Enjoy delectably fabulous chocolate creations and then vote for your favorite to win top prize. For tickets and info, visit harrykfoundation.org/events.
Here at Delaware Electric Cooperative, we don't have customers, we have members. Those we power own the cooperative and are entitled to all of its profits. Because we're a not-for-profit, we are focused on service. That's why our electric rates are the lowest in the region and why our employee family continues to achieve record reliability. Like the farmers who founded our co-op in the 1930s, we believe everyone is entitled to quality electric service. Member built, member owned. That's the DEC difference.
Good night, girls.
Good night, Dad. Come on, let's go. Are you ready to sew some carpet? And LVP. Okay, I'm ready. What about our clothes? Let's do it. We have tons of carpet that's really nice. We have cash and carry LVP, as low as $1.99.
I'll take both. Maybe you girls are ready.
Wait, was that a dream?
Matt the Carpet Guy, the flooring of your dreams done right.
Ghostbusters, Patton Oswalt.
Hey, ghosts. It's Patton Oswalt.
I'd love to hang out.
Friday at 2 on Coast TV.
Milford giving you a blast from the past this weekend. The Milford Museum will be hosting the premiere of a film all about the city's history. The 302 Productions documentary highlights the struggle the city faced when integrating students back in 1954. Thomas Summers with the Milford Museum says the film's a culmination of historians and locals who lived through the events, including Summers' own mother. Summers hopes the film will shed light on the significance of this time in Milford's history.
I think people are going to be very interested in seeing a lot of familiar faces actually in the film itself. because it's a part of American history, but it's also a huge part of Milford history, and it's very personable.
That film will premiere at the Milford Library 1 p.m. on Saturday.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Tryhe joins us again, and we have a reminder for you. In a moment, very soon, you're going to see a QR code that will take you to a special site that we have dedicated to the eclipse. We're talking eclipse, Bob.
We're talking eclipse. We've been talking eclipse. We've had the big countdown all week, and now we're just 3 days away from the big eclipse. Can you believe it? And this is a big deal. I mean, this is really big because this is the first total solar eclipse since 2017, and it takes a similar path to the last one from Texas and then right through the Ohio Valley into New England, and we're going to see about 85% of the sun covered in our neck of the woods. And so you can see this big circle. This is basically the shadow of the moon starting to move over Texas and Dallas-Fort Worth area a little bit before 2 p.m., and then it creeps into Arkansas, southeast Missouri. 2017, I was down here in Murfreesboro in southern Illinois for the last one. And this one, I'll be east of Ashtabula in Conneaut. Hopefully the sun will be out for that. And then we see the shadow exit through Maine at around 4:30. So it's about a 3-hour trek across the country. And I think we'll see sun in the morning and maybe some clouds into the afternoon, but mid to high level clouds. It won't totally obscure it, but definitely obscure it, I think, with some clouds. Make sure you have those solar glasses and all the tips we've talked about to stay safe with the eclipse. I'll have much more on your forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Sounds good, Bob. Thank you. We're not done talking about the eclipse just yet because, of course, on Monday we will have the live coverage with NBC News of the eclipse. It's going to be Lester Holt, who will anchor a 2-hour special of the Total Eclipse 2024. It'll feature over a dozen reporters that'll be stationed all over the U.S. Very exciting. Our live coverage starts at 2.
Happy first weekend of April, Delmarva.
Yeah.
From boutiques to breweries, there are tons of options for how to spend it.
Definitely. Let's check in now with Coast TV's Mallory Metzner for this weekend's Cool Things to Do.
I know Easter was this past Sunday, but 2 events have hopped to this Saturday for belated egg hunts. The Western Sussex Boys and Girls Club will be hosting one from 3 to 4 p.m., and the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce says the Easter Bunny will be leaving eggs at Revelation Craft Brewery, where there will also be face painting, story time, free cotton candy, kids train rides, and more, all from noon to 2. Going Gumbo, Rehoboth Beach Main Street and the Purple Parrot are hosting the Gumbo Crawl from noon to 4 Saturday. Check the map to see locations you can stop at. Get an up-close view of a mail truck and meet the Lewis Public Library's mail carrier Saturday morning. Learn about other community trucks from the people who drive them. The Wild Card concert is Saturday at 2 p.m. at Bethel United Methodist Church. It features pianist Michael Stephen Brown and cellist Nicholas Kanalakis. The Lewis Historical Society celebrated a completely restored U.S. life-saving station boathouse this week. The museum is now open weekly, Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 4. Donate jeans and receive store credit during the Women's Z Club and Blooming Boutique's Denim Buyback Donation event. It runs through April 15th at Lewis, Longneck, and Milford locations. The Milford Museum will host the premiere of a film all about Milford history. The 302 Productions documentary highlights the struggle the city faced when integrating students in 1954. It premieres at the Milford Library Saturday at 1 p.m. Say cheese! You can dine and donate at Fondue in Milford on Thursday, April 11th. 10% of all sales will be going to programs and services offered by Kent Sussex Industries. The nonprofit helps people with disabilities and provides them with job opportunities. Say yes to the Ocean City Luxury Wedding Expo. It's at a shore resort and beach club on Sunday with over 30 vendors. According to organizers, engaged couples have an opportunity to win a grand prize. Sandals Bridal is offering $1,000 off a wedding gown. Pet vendors and adorable adoptable dogs are coming to Dewey Beer Company in Harbison Saturday. Pups and Pints is hosted by the Parker Group, who will be waiving adoption fees. April is National Pickleball Month. Dogfish Head is hosting the Pickle Brawl and transforming its parking lots into courts Saturday. Pickleball spots are all sold out, but the brewery promises pickle-centric food and drinks. That's 2 events to celebrate National Beer Day early. It falls on Sunday. By the way, full disclosure, a member of the board of Coast TV's parent company, Draper Media, is a co-founder of Dogfish Head.
Here at North Bay Marina, we know that boaters have the most fun.
Refresh your style with H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke. Bring in spring with our huge in-stock furniture selection. Ask about our prompt delivery and up to 12 months interest-free financing. Try out our full range of Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress brand. Browse our full line of competitively priced appliances like Speed Queen and trust our professional and experienced service and installation team. Make your home a reflection of you at H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke.
What I like about working at Avery Hall is helping our clients, not just with their insurance needs, but also being a resource to them, tailor their insurance needs to protect their business, help them grow. The greatest feedback I've gotten from my clients is transparency and integrity. To work for a company so involved in the community obviously means a lot. We've been around for 95 years, and the original Avery Hall wanted us very involved, and that's a culture we just stick to. I'm Shane Ray. I'm an account executive here at Avery Hall Insurance.
A happy place comes in many colors. One that leaves you feeling refreshed.
Thank you very much, honey.
Something that gets you all fired up. Or gives you the space to chill. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy.
Feels like home.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH First Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
Now on CoastTV News.
It is a dry and chilly start to our Friday, but more afternoon rain is expected and maybe some hail possibly as well. Then a drier and chilly weekend. I'll have the forecast details in a few minutes.
Army Corps to clear channel. The plans revealed to get access in this area to the Port of Baltimore and what is planned for President Biden's visit later today.
Election decision, why Lewis may cancel next month's day at the polls to determine the makeup of the city council.
Inflation anxiety, the concern over action, or in some cases lack of action by the Federal Reserve, that continues to impact the high prices we are all paying for at the grocery store.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is April 5th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Yeah, it's 5:32 on this Friday morning. And Paige, the first Friday of April. It's grilling season. I know if you're checking the Matt Pensick calendar, you know this weekend is the first weekend that grilling season starts.
I did check my Matt Pensick calendar earlier today, and I'm like, finally, we're all on the same page now. We're joined together with Real Spring, Meteorological Spring, and Matt's Spring.
And grilling season.
And grilling season. I'm grilling too. Well, I'm not, but I'm going to watch my fiance grill.
That's all good.
It's all good, right? Yeah. That's the best job. Yeah. What are you going to make?
I think I'm going barbecue chicken, Paige.
Yum. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to do breakfast tacos, some early morning grilling.
Oh, early morning.
Yeah. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, please do.
All right, you're all welcome to come
we'll post
over.
Pictures.
Okay, perfect. Let's do. Compare recipes, perfect. All right, well, let's bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Chahi, because Bob, I don't want you to get our hopes up and then bring them down.
I wonder if the Matt Pensick grill has an umbrella.
No!
Cover. No, it does not. Well, you might want to have that cover, especially this afternoon. Maybe not so much for the weekend for the grilling. But we're looking at low 40s this morning. It's chilly, 43. Might want to huddle by the grill to warm up. 42 at Bethany Beach. We're hoping 41, 41 in Redden. And we've got a bit of a westerly breeze as well, so it feels like temperatures are chilly. 38 in Salisbury, Del Mar, and Millsboro, and lower 40s elsewhere. So bundle up out the door. At least it's dry. We're seeing the starry skies, but it's temporary because we've got more disturbed weather headed our way. You can see this little dotted line through Pennsylvania, some snow and rain there. And with the heating of the day, well, we've got more of those showers on the way. We're dry and cold this morning, and then mid-morning into the mid-40s. Here come the clouds later in the morning. They're thicker by 11, and maybe as soon as 11:30, we're starting to see showers, and those showers pick up in intensity this afternoon. Could see a little bit of hail or maybe grapple with some of these showers into the afternoon with lower 50s. So, not the best for outdoor activities this afternoon. And of course, the sun goes down and we will start to clear out the showers. Your UV index today brought to us by Ocean City. It's a 5 on the scale. Burn time 40 minutes, so have the hat, sunglasses, and sunscreen. And in the days to come, we are in the medium to at times into the high range Sunday and Monday. So SPF, find some shade and limit the time outdoors, especially Sunday and Monday.
Bob, thank you so much. In Maryland, an updated timeline on when the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers believes they'll be able to reopen the Fort McHenry Channel after the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. This is all a tentative timeline, but the Army Corps thinks they can open a limited access channel. That would be within the next 4 weeks. The channel would be 280 feet wide and 35 feet deep. Now, they would only be able to get one-way traffic in and out of the port, so it'll still be slow, but they hope to have a larger channel open by the end of May. That would get things back to normal capacity. And Maryland Governor Wes Moore releasing a statement after this news was announced. Governor Moore saying, in part, quote, "We and our partners across all levels of government have been pushing for a timeline, and now we have a target. We must do everything we can to meet that target."
Next today, President Joe Biden expected to meet with some of the family of the 6 construction workers who died after the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse. According to the White House, Biden is also expected to meet with state and local officials along with a tour of the wreckage.
Happening today, are you looking for some extra help or maybe some guidance while navigating retirement? The Sussex County Vet Center in Georgetown is going to be hosting a financial readiness presentation for you. This presentation covers various tools to help you through retirement. Participants will also be educated on some basic terms related to finances to make navigating retirement as smooth as it can be. This is all happening at 11 a.m.
We could learn later today if the municipal election in Lewis, scheduled for May 11th, will actually be held. 2 of the 4 city council seats are up this year. The filing deadline was yesterday, April 4th, and later this morning, the Board of Elections will assess if there are more than 2 candidates who filed to run. The 2 seats carry with it a 3-year term.
Lewis has been trying to add affordable housing, specifically teeny tiny ones, and on Monday the city will discuss draft legislation regarding what they call tiny homes. According to the city's agenda, officials will talk about how many tiny homes can be in the city and how much they can cost rent-wise. Officials will also be talking about how tiny homes would fit into Lewis, both size-wise and design-wise. That's all happening Monday at 2.
Now take a live look at our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., and rising anxiety here as some financial experts predict that the Federal Reserve could possibly not cut interest rates.
Yeah, plenty of analysts try to predict when the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates, but what if cuts don't happen this year at all?
Yeah, many investors seem nervous due to talk that the Federal Reserve Board possibly not cutting rates this year.
So a key person among those talking is Minneapolis Federal Reserve Bank president. He has a voice and some years of vote on a panel that influences the Fed board.
Fed Chair Jerome Powell says most of the committee's members are more optimistic, but he's not promising a rate cut this year. Cooling inflation is encountering some bumps, like oil prices hitting a 5-month high yesterday. Still got more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
All right, coming up in our next half hour, a positive decline in drug-related deaths in the first state. We're telling you how this compares to numbers from just last year.
Also have a pitcher's duel for you. High school baseball in Sussex County last night as Sussex Tech hosted Smyrna.
And that huge Powerball jackpot is now even huger. I know that's not a word. I made it up. We'll tell you how much money is on the line at tomorrow's drawing. Stay with us on CoastTV News Today.
Not everyone wants a big funeral. For those seeking a simple alternative, the Eastern Shore's most trusted family and funeral service offers another option. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Service is simple and affordable. A direct cremation tribute starts at just $15.95, or choose to have a small visitation service, serving Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia with easy consultation by phone and streamlined electronic documentation. Learn more at easternshorecremation.com. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Services. Simply respectful.
Helping people is why I became an attorney. I'm Kelly Geloff of the Law Offices of Tunnel and Razor, and I handle personal injury cases. When I meet with clients, they're usually in pain due to their injuries and overwhelmed by their situation. They come to me because they need someone to help. As your attorney, I will strive to have you feel less stressed and be the voice you need to get you the compensation you deserve. And you'll have me and my entire staff to help you through the legal process. Trust us to be your voice.
bright yellow dandelions, a clear signal that the time for prevention is now, for crabgrass and clover are soon to follow. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for over 30 years. They don't mow it, they grow it. Hillside certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
Transform your bathroom into a haven of luxury with Baths by Spicer Brothers. Call today for your free consultation. We'll work around your hectic schedule with evening, Saturday, and even same-day appointments available.
And right now, receive 50% off installation, a free shower door upgrade, and a free deluxe shower head. Plus, enjoy your new shower now and pay later with no interest and no payments for 18 months.
With Baths by Spicer Brothers, quality is our promise, and your satisfaction is our guarantee. So before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind.
Just about 5:40 on this chilly Friday morning. Here's our Spicer Brothers. Cam Salisbury, 44 degrees. It's chilly out there. It's 40 in Del Mar and Redden, and lower 40s even along the coast right now. And to make it feel even colder, there's a breeze that's a little stronger at the beaches right now. So it feels like 34 Indian River Inlet, 38 Del Mar and Salisbury. So bundle up out the door as we're looking at mainly clear skies. But as I mentioned earlier, we've got clouds and more rain headed our way as we go into the afternoon hours as we continue in this persistent northwest flow. Lots of green check marks today for the umbrella in the afternoon, raincoat afternoon. Also rain boots too. Could see some puddles and watch for ponding on the roads. Always good to have a warm beverage, and you'll need your sunglasses this morning. Pick up the phone, call the CoastTV First Alert weather phone. It's 443-880-9100. My detailed forecast is on there, and it's sponsored by Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Wycomico County Sheriff's Office warning you a scammer is impersonating them. Police say the scammer tells the victim they owe money and they'll end up in jail if they don't pay. Wycomico County Sheriff says they will never contact citizens and request money over the phone or via email.
A 63-year-old Greenwood man was arrested for felony DUI. Here's the story. According to troopers, Ralph Cahill had a fake registration plate, and then when troopers tried to pull him over, they say he took off, speeding so fast that state police eventually stopped chasing him for safety. Here is some karma, perhaps. A short time later, troopers caught up to Cahill after he crashed into a tree on Statenville Road. He has 5 previous DUI convictions, now facing a 6th, along with other charges associated with that attempt to get away.
Overdose deaths in Delaware have decreased for the first time in a decade. According to the Delaware Division of Forensic Science, the state saw 527 accidental drug overdose deaths in 2023, which is a drop of almost 2% from the previous year. Director John Evans hopeful that with the current partnerships, increased awareness, and prevention initiatives, they will continue to make progress.
Hello, Cleveland. See if anyone gets that reference. The NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament Final Four in that city tonight. All-everything Caitlin Clark will lead her Iowa Hawkeyes against perennial power Connecticut. That is the nightcap of a doubleheader. The first game at 7 p.m. features North Carolina State and South Carolina.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Back to the diamond we go for some Henlopen baseball action. Sussex Tech hosting Smyrna, and the Ravens trying to ride their hot 3-0 start to the season. It was a low-scoring affair thanks to some talented hurlers on the mound. For the Ravens, Jeremy Vest throws 7 innings of 1-hit ball, allowing no hits and striking out 8. The Delaware State commit was absolutely cruising, and the Ravens broke the seal first offensively. Gavin Hudson smashes a solo home run in the 4th to give Sussex Tech a lead they would never relinquish, out ahead 1-0. But remember, some insurance never hurt anyone either. 5th inning, same score. Kobe Tinley comes flying from third in to score on the wild pitch. Ravens ahead by 2, and that score would hold as the final. Sussex Tech improves to 4-0 following the 2-0 victory. Sticking on the diamond, Cape Henlopen defeated Dover 5-1 in baseball. Jackson Clampett allowed 3 hits in 6 innings. Isaac Terhune had a pair of hits, a run scored, and 3 stolen bases to lead Cape's offense. Austin Chambers had a double and scored the lone run for Dover. Make sure to check our matchup from Arthur Purdue Stadium tonight as Parkside battles Del Mar. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
Today in entertainment news, 2 movies directed by women who got their start as actresses. Here is David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
Marco, as you look Margot Robbie is returning to the world of comic book movies. The Barbie producer and star, who played the DC character Harley Quinn in several films, is set to produce Evangeline, based on the comic about a fallen angel who fights the forces of evil. Booksmart and Don't Worry Darling director Olivia Wilde is on board to direct. No word on who'll play the title role.
Have you been going to the 12-step meetings? I just don't really get how that's supposed to help me and switch off what my brain automatically does. What does your brain do?
Parachute stars Courtney Eaton from Yellow Jackets as a young woman struggling with an eating disorder. When she hits it off with a once promising musician played by Thomas Mann, they'll have to learn to balance their love and their personal issues. It's the directorial debut of Pitch Perfect star Brittany Snow, who also co-wrote the script. Parachute is in theaters now. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
We have good travel weather for your morning commute. Dry roads right now. Tidal Health cam in Salisbury, 43, but those roads could get wet this afternoon. Sunglasses this morning, umbrella in the afternoon. It does dry out into the weekend with cool weather continuing, maybe some frosty mornings. I'll have your forecast details in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Here at Delaware Electric Cooperative, we don't have customers, we have members. Those we power own the cooperative and are entitled to all of its profits. Because we're a not-for-profit, we are focused on service. That's why our electric rates are the lowest in the region and why our employee family continues to achieve record reliability. Like the farmers who founded our co-op in the 1930s, we believe everyone is entitled to quality electric service. Member built, member owned. That's the DEC difference.
Tonight, she was the prime suspect in a cold-blooded murder.
We can't find her. She's gone.
Now, the inside story of how they brought a killer to justice.
Wow, this took an unexpected turn.
Dateline tonight, 9/8 Central.
I want to take Alyssa out. I just wonder if Stephanie gets tired of putting makeup on her two faces.
A snake will always be a snake.
The tea is hot.
I am through.
I can't deal with this. Panic attack.
Deal or No Deal Island, Monday on NBC and Peacock.
Are you troubled by strange smells, uncomfortable rooms, or mold in your home?
Do you experience feelings of dread when you enter your crawl space or attic?
Does your home suffer from slopes, sags, or other structural concerns? If the answer is yes, pick up your phone and call the home performance professionals like FLC Energy.
Don't just treat the systems in your house. Treat your house as the system and call FLC.
We're ready to believe you.
All right, it is 5:47 on your Friday morning. Let's take a live look right now at Salisbury. I'm trying to get a closer look, at our camera here. I can't see how wet the roads are, Bob. Can you tell?
They look shiny there because, the light is reflecting off the page, but they're dry. So that's the main thing. And the visibility is good. So it's Friday, a lot of folks hitting the highways and byways, and I think we're looking good this morning, and then things go downhill a little bit this afternoon. We're looking at still some April showers, mainly in the afternoon. And like yesterday, we had some small hail and grapple with some of these cells, and we could do it again this afternoon, so watch out for that. But the weekend's looking drier, breezy, and cool. Maybe a stray shower Saturday, drier Sunday, and just 3 days until the big eclipse. Right now, looking partly cloudy. Maybe the sun is obscured a little bit, but make sure you scan this QR code. It's a special one. It'll take you to our webpage, and then that'll open to a page that talks about the solar eclipse and all kinds of cool things with it. So check that out. Otherwise, this morning, we're in good shape. We're looking at clear skies across Delmarva. We get a break from the rain temporarily, but we see this persistent northwest flow disturb disturbed weather coming around this flow. We've got clouds and showers, even snow through Pennsylvania and New England. So a lot of cold air aloft with this. And here's the actual parent low off the Maine coast, and the big spin right around that low will bring in another area of disturbed weather into this afternoon. So we're looking at more rain, and you have to go way back into the Central Plains to get into the quieter weather. So it's going to take a while for this low to get out of here. But we're looking at temperatures in the low 40s this morning, and the winds are picking up from the west. So those feels like temperatures are in the upper 30s and lower 40s. And this morning it's clear and cold, but then the clouds start to roll in around 10 o'clock, and by noon we're already mostly cloudy. A few showers. Those showers pick up in intensity this afternoon with the heating of the day. So we've got some heating at the surface, but very cold air aloft. That's when we can see some of that graupel or small hail late afternoon into the evening. So watch out for that. Only in the low 50s today, and then we start to clear it out tonight. And by the morning, if the winds go calm enough where you live, mid-30s, we could see some frost. And then Saturday, more of the same. Morning sunshine, afternoon clouds, and a few more showers, not to the extent like today, but still pretty chilly, low to mid-50s. So if you are grilling out this weekend, it's going to be cold, and make sure you have an umbrella handy as well. And then heading into Sunday morning, you're going to want to protect the plants again with mid-30s, and then we're looking at some clouds on Sunday afternoon, but maybe a sprinkle. But the main thing is the breezy conditions as we go through time, gusting over 20 miles per hour today, tonight, and into a good chunk of Saturday as well. So pretty unsettled all in all. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 53 today. Good thing is we're not talking about code reds, yellow alerts, anything like that. Cold mornings, mid-30s as we go through the weekend into early next week. The weekend's looking dry, mid-50s. Eclipse weather pretty good, 62, a few clouds. More clouds, but then much warmer Tuesday and Wednesday, low 70s. That's nice. And then some showers by Thursday and 69.
If you go fishing for striped bass in Maryland, there's a new size limit you need to be made aware of. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources saying striped bass must be between 19 and 24 inches. This applies to striped bass caught in the Chesapeake Bay and its tidal tributaries. The rule is effective May 16th through the summer and fall 2024 striped bass seasons.
Registration now open for DNREC's 2024 Youth Fishing Tournament. The annual youth fishing event introduces kids to the sport of fishing along with the catch and release approach to conservation. In Sussex County, the tournament will take place on Saturday, June 1st at Ingram's Pond. That's in Millsboro. Free program is open to those 4 to 15 years old, and pre-registration, that is required by May 17th.
Some exciting news over in Berlin, the town working to create a community center. Berlin's welcoming locals to learn more about this project, and during that meeting, the community center construction timeline will be outlined. People will also have the chance to provide some feedback on what they want to see at the center. This is all taking place April 10th at the Worcester County Library.
Okay, here's some important news for you, Paige. Powerball jackpot grew after the drawing on Wednesday, and it now goes up to an estimated $1.23 billion. The next drawing tomorrow night. Still time to get your tickets, and maybe you can buy a new grill.
Oh, great. That's the first thing I'll do. All right, coming up next on Coast TV News today, 7-year-old Josh Summit never expected to have fun while in the hospital. We're showing you his new friends and find out how they've become game changers for many of the young patients at the hospital.
And we're looking at our Orsted cam from the OC Commercial Harbor. 44 right now, quiet conditions and dry this morning, and then it's wet into the afternoon, and the weekend is looking drier and chilly, and some frosty mornings are possible. And then it looks like decent weather for the eclipse on Monday. Then a big warm-up. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
Get ready for the ultimate outdoor experience. Join us for the DSN Outdoors Expo on Friday, April 19th from 4 to 8 and Saturday, April 20th from 10 to 4. Showcase your products or services to thousands of potential customers at the Delaware State Fairgrounds in Harrington. Increase your brand awareness and reach a large audience at the DSN Outdoors Expo. To apply as a vendor and for more information, visit WBOCEvents.com.
Did you know enjoying social activities can slow down age-related issues? The key benefits are stimulation of the mind, improvement in motor skills, building interpersonal relationships, increasing confidence and independence. Home Well Care Services LEAP program provides interactive activities that clients can enjoy twice a month at our Georgetown and Smyrna locations. Incorporating LEAP in your loved one's routine can create a sense of fulfillment and motivation. To learn more information about Home Well Care Services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Let the steam rise like the majestic Mount Fuji. Unveiling a new ramen restaurant in Salisbury, the Fuji Ramen House is an adventure with each tantalizing bite. Enjoy your experience in a cozy Japanese-themed setting and indulge in mouth-watering appetizers, rice bowls, curry, and of course, our ramen. Handcrafted noodles simmering in a delicious broth with your choice of toppings. Elevate your taste to new heights and savor the umami flavors of authentic ramen at Fuji Ramen House, located behind East Moon.
At BSD, we're here to serve you, our client. But did you know all that BSD has to offer? Everything for the inside and outside of your home. Decking, siding, trim, stairs, railings, hurricane shutters, kitchen and baths, and we install. As your local Anderson Diamond dealer, we also offer full service on all your Anderson products because Anderson backs their product with the best warranty in the industry. Visit one of our showrooms today and we'll show you all we have to offer.
As a child, David Naples' home was destroyed by an electrical fire. Nearly 1 score later, Expert Wire was formed from scratch with the ambition to neutralize electrical hazards on Delmarva.
Our passion for providing sought-after electrical safety sparked from that event.
Expert Wire. Fast, reliable, guaranteed since 2003. Scheduled windows with pinpoint accuracy, or your appointment fee is absolutely free. Need electrical service? Call Expert Wire. Remember, leave the wiring to the experts and make it a powerful day.
A recent peer-reviewed study indicates that children who spend time with therapy dogs can lower their stress even more than relaxation exercise. That outcome becomes even more important when the child's in the hospital.
Yeah, but what happens when there are not enough therapy dogs? Marty Salt introduces us to Otis, Max, and Stride.
7-year-old Josh Summit misses walking his dogs during his time at the hospital. So Stanford Children's Health introduced him to the next best thing.
I kind of felt like a little bit nervous to meet the dogs, but after I met them, they were very, very friendly.
The robotic dogs known as Max, Otis, and Stride are Stanford's way to curb the anxiety being felt by their young patients. The endeavor is a collaboration between the university's robotics students and the hospital's Chariot program, which seeks out innovations that can help patients.
A lot of robotics technologies get developed in a lab and never has any real impact on the world, but we can see immediately the impact cheering these kids up.
Yeah, I love it! While therapy animals have long been known to help reduce pain, anxiety, and depression, doctors are encouraged that the robotic dogs are already showing some of the same benefits.
It's amazing. They're so joyful. I think that having these robotic puppies be a part of our team has allowed us to engage them in a way that was not possible before.
We've had experiences in the past where a patient enjoyed hanging out with the robots so much he almost forgot he was going to surgery, and that's really powerful.
Josh's mom has also seen a difference.
It's really sparked his curiosity. He can still be 7 and be excited and play.
I'm Marty Salt reporting.
Those dogs could be our pet of the week. Well, we do have another pet of the week this morning, so it's time to check in with them.
Yeah, look at this here. Coastal Pet of the Day is coming to us from the Brandywine Valley SPCA. On your screen right now is Jinxie. Jinxie has a reserved, quiet nature. She does enjoy receiving attention once she knows you're a friend. I've got a couple cats with that same type of outlook.
Yeah.
You can adopt Jinxie and other adorable pets by heading over to the Brandywine Valley SPCA.
Very sweet. Hey, we want to see your pets on Delmarva, so send us some photos and tell us what makes your pet so great.
And you can do that with that QR code at the top of your screen. You can submit your furry friends to us here and then watch weekdays like you're doing now from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
All right, it's 5:57. Time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out your door.
And I'm looking for more of a dry out today after some Thursday rain and hail, Bob.
Yes.
We had hail.
Yes, we did. And we could do that again this afternoon, believe it or not. So if you want to get outside and do those outdoor chores, guys, do it this morning. And that's when you'll need the sunglasses. You'll need the umbrella for the afternoon. But upper 30s and low 40s to start the day, and then the clouds increase. It's breezy, and temperatures only topping out in the low 50s, around 53. Then we see the afternoon rain and maybe some solid rain in the form of hail or graupel. Then that clears out, and then we're looking at some cold mornings, mid-30s, beginning Saturday morning. So protect your plans through the weekend. A few showers possible Saturday, 55. Dries out Sunday. Eclipse weather good, 62. Then we're in the 70s Tuesday and Wednesday, and more rain by Thursday and Friday, but staying mild.
Thanks, Bob. Coming up in our next hour, Biden to bridge site as the president is set to inspect the Key Bridge collapse. The timeline for reopening the channel that's being given by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. That and more as we continue on Coast TV News Today.